Hi, this is Robert, and welcome to The Alternative Investor. Today we're uncovering 15 things poor people do that rich people never do. Trust me, if you want to build wealth, avoid these habits at all costs. You see, it's not just about how much money you make, it's about your mindset. It's about understanding how money works and making it work for you. And let me tell you, the rich have a completely different approach to money than the poor. And hey, before we get started, if you're ready to invest and want some free stocks, check out my Robinhood link in the description below. It's free money, so don't miss out. And of course, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss wealth-building videos like this. Now let's dive in. Let's talk about weekends. You know those two precious days that seem to be the only escape from the daily grind? Poor people live for the weekend. They count down the days wishing their lives away. Rich people? They build lives they don't need an escape from. They create businesses and investments that excite them, that give them purpose, day in and day out. If you're living for weekends, it's time to take a hard look in the mirror. It's time to build something bigger, something that makes Monday mornings feel like a blessing, not a burden. Remember, true wealth isn't about having a fat bank account and a fancy car. It's about having the freedom to design a life you love. So, ditch the Friday fever and start building your dream today. Here's a hard truth. Most people are stuck in the rat race. They work, they get paid, and then they spend every last dime. Sound familiar? That's the poor man's cycle. The wealthy? They have a different strategy. They pay themselves first. Before bills, before groceries, before anything else, they set aside a portion of their income and invest it. This isn't about deprivation. It's about prioritizing your future. It's about understanding that the first step to financial freedom is building a solid financial foundation. Even if it's just $50 a month, start small and be consistent. Let the magic of compound interest work its wonders. Trust me, your future self will thank you. You know, I've met a lot of people in my life who love to play the blame game. The economy's bad, the government's corrupt, their boss is a jerk. It's always someone else's fault. They sit around complaining, waiting for someone to come along and rescue them from their financial woes. But let me tell you something. That's a loser's mentality. Rich people, on the other hand, take ownership. They understand that they are in the driver's seat of their own lives. They don't waste time blaming others because they're too busy finding solutions, adapting to change, and creating their own opportunities. Remember, your circumstances are a result of your choices, not your conditions. When you point a finger at someone else, you've got 3 fingers pointing back at you. Instead of blaming the government for your taxes, learn about tax strategies and legal ways to reduce your burden. Instead of whining about your boss, become so valuable they can't ignore you, or better yet, become your own boss. The world doesn't owe you anything. It's time to stop making excuses, take responsibility, and start building the life you want. Remember, blaming others might make you feel temporarily better, but it won't put a single dollar in your pocket. Action will. We live in a world of endless distractions. Netflix, social media, video games. It's easy to get sucked into the black hole of passive entertainment. And you know what? That's exactly why the poor stay poor. They trade their precious time for hours of mindless consumption. They become spectators in the game of life, watching from the sidelines as others build their fortunes. Rich people, on the other hand, understand that time is their most valuable asset. They use their free time wisely, investing it in activities that build their knowledge, skills, and ultimately, their wealth. They're not afraid to get their hands dirty, to experiment, to fail, and to learn from their mistakes. Think about it. While you're busy binge-watching the latest reality show, someone else is out there building a business, writing a book, or investing in real estate. They're creating something of value, something that will generate income and build their financial future. So turn off the TV, put down the phone, and ask yourself, what am I creating? What skills am I developing? How am I using my time to build a better future for myself and my family? Remember, the most successful people in life are not consumers, they're creators. Let's face it, we all love our comfort zones. It's safe, familiar, and predictable. But here's the harsh truth. Your comfort zone is a dangerous place to be if you want to achieve financial freedom. In fact, it's the place where dreams go to die. It's where potential is wasted and opportunities pass you by. You see, the real magic happens outside of your comfort zone. That's where the growth is. That's where the learning happens, and that's where you discover what you're truly capable of. Rich people understand this. They're not afraid to embrace discomfort because they know that on the other side of fear lies incredible rewards. Think about any successful person you admire. Do you think they got to where they are by playing it safe and staying within their comfort zone? Absolutely not. They took risks, they faced their fears, and they embraced the unknown. Remember, every time you step outside of your comfort zone, you expand your capacity for success. You become more resilient, more resourceful, and more confident in your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. So, get comfortable being uncomfortable because that's where the real journey begins. The poor dad, bless his soul, he used to say, money is for spending. And you know what? He was right, money is for spending. But here's the kicker, you gotta spend it on assets first. See, poor people, they work hard for their money, then they turn around and spend it all on liabilities. You know, things that eat away at their wealth. Rich people, they understand that money isn't meant to sit still, they invest it. Stocks, real estate, businesses, these are the engines that drive wealth. You see a stock certificate, you don't just see a piece of paper, you see a piece of a company, a piece of an idea, a piece of the future. And that future, my friend, is where the real money is made. Leaving your money in a savings account, that's like leaving a thoroughbred racehorse in the stable. Sure, it's safe, but it ain't winning any races. Inflation eats away at your savings, but smart investments, they outpace inflation, they build wealth, and they create a financial fortress that protects you and your family for generations. Don't be scared to learn, to explore, to take control of your financial destiny. Remember, the biggest risk you can take is not taking any risks at all. So get out there, get educated, and start putting your money to work for you. You ever notice how lottery winners often end up right back where they started? That's the problem with short-term thinking. It's a sugar rush, a quick fix, but it doesn't last. See, real wealth, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And you don't win a marathon by sprinting the first mile. You win it with endurance, with strategy, with a vision for the long haul. Rich people, they get this. They're not looking for the next get-rich-quick scheme, they're thinking generations ahead. They're building businesses that last, investing in assets that appreciate, creating legacies that transcend their own lifetime. They understand the power of compound growth, that snowball effect where your money makes money, and then that money makes even more money. The poor dad, he used to say, live for today. And while there's wisdom in enjoying the present, you can't forget about tomorrow. Financial security, true freedom, it comes from making choices today that benefit you 10, 20, even 50 years down the line. So think big, think long-term. Plant those financial seeds today, nurture them with smart decisions, and watch your wealth grow into a mighty oak that shelters generations to come. You ever heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Well, let me tell you, it's true. Your network is your net worth. And I'm not just talking about money here. I'm talking about knowledge, opportunity, support, and inspiration. Rich people understand this. They're always building their networks, surrounding themselves with other ambitious, driven individuals. They attend conferences, join mastermind groups, and seek out mentors who can guide them on their journey. Because they know that success leaves clues, and the best way to learn is from those who've already achieved what you're striving for. Now, poor people, they tend to get stuck in negative circles. They surround themselves with people who complain, who doubt, who hold them back. And that negativity, it's contagious. It can drain your energy, sabotage your dreams, and keep you stuck in a rut. So be selective with your associations. Choose to spend your time with people who uplift you, who challenge you, who inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Remember, you can't fly with the eagles if you're hanging out with the chickens. You see, in the real world, it's not the smart ones who get ahead, it's the bold ones. The ones who aren't afraid to step outside their comfort zone, to take a chance when everyone else is playing it safe. Now, I'm not talking about reckless gambling here, no sir, I'm talking about calculated risks. Rich people, they understand that every great opportunity comes with some level of risk. They do their homework, they assess the situation, and then they make a move. They know that sitting on the sidelines might feel safe, but it won't get you anywhere. Think about it, every successful business, every investment that paid off big time, started with someone taking a risk. The Wright brothers, they risked their necks to get us off the ground. Bill Gates, he dropped out of Harvard to build Microsoft. These weren't sure things, but they saw the potential and they went for it. So if you want to break free from the shackles of mediocrity, you've got to be willing to embrace risk. Not blindly, but strategically. Because in the game of wealth, playing it safe is the riskiest move you can make. Remember that. Let me tell you something. The world is full of noise. People gossiping, complaining, tearing each other down. It's a constant barrage of negativity, and it's designed to keep you stuck. You see, poor people, they love to gossip. They thrive on drama, on talking about other people instead of focusing on their own lives. But here's the thing, rich people, they don't have time for that nonsense. They understand that time is their most valuable asset, and they're not going to waste it on frivolous chatter. They're too busy building their empires, expanding their knowledge, and making a real impact on the world. Instead of gossiping about who's up and who's down, they're discussing ideas, strategies, and opportunities. They surround themselves with other successful people who challenge them to think bigger and achieve more. So the next time you find yourself caught up in a gossip session, ask yourself this: is this conversation getting me closer to my goals? Is it helping me create the life I want? If the answer is no, walk away. Your future self will thank you. Let me tell you, the moment you think you know it all is the moment you stop growing. See, most people, they finish school, they get a job, and they figure they're done learning. They settle into a routine, and they stop challenging their minds. That's the poor man's way. Rich people, on the other hand, they understand that learning is a lifelong pursuit. The world is constantly changing, and to stay ahead of the curve, you need to be constantly evolving. They read books, they attend seminars, they seek out mentors, anything to expand their knowledge and broaden their horizons. Think of it like this: your mind is like a muscle. If you don't exercise it, it gets weak. But if you feed it with new information, new ideas, it grows stronger. And the stronger your mind gets, the more opportunities you'll see, the more problems you'll be able to solve, and the more money you'll be able to make. So ditch the TV, put down the remote, and pick up a book. Invest in your education, whether it's through formal schooling, online courses, or simply by having conversations with people who are smarter than you. Remember, the more you learn, the more you earn. Let me ask you something. How do you feel when that alarm clock goes off on Monday morning? If it fills you with dread, if you're already counting down the hours until Friday, then you, my friend, are stuck in the rat race. Poor people work for the weekend. They live for those 2 short days of freedom, while the rest of the week is spent grinding away at a job they hate. That's no way to live. Rich people, on the other hand, build lives they are excited about. They don't need an escape from their work because they're passionate about what they do. They wake up on Monday morning energized and ready to tackle the week. So if you're dreading Mondays, take a hard look at your life. Are you building something you love, or are you stuck in a cycle of misery? Remember, you are in control of your destiny. Choose to build a life that excites you, a life where every day feels like a Friday. Now let's talk about your spending habits. Are you buying things that put money in your pocket, or are you constantly draining your account with things that lose value? This is a critical distinction between the rich and the poor. You see, poor people buy liabilities. They get caught up in the instant gratification of a new car, designer clothes, the latest gadgets. They think these things make them look rich, but in reality, these purchases are sinking them further into debt. Rich people understand the power of assets. They invest their money in things that generate income: businesses, real estate, stocks that pay dividends. These assets work for them, putting money in their pockets even while they sleep. Remember, it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep, and how hard that money works for you. Start thinking like the rich, and build a solid foundation of income-generating assets. Your future self will thank you for it. You know the type, always complaining about the boss, the economy, the weather, anything and everything. Poor people are experts at finding problems, but they stop there. They whine and complain, hoping someone else will fix it. Rich people, they see problems as opportunities. They understand that complaining is just wasted energy. Instead of whining, they take action. They analyze the problem, find a solution, and execute it. Remember, your words have power. Use them to create, not to complain. Trade your complaints for a plan and watch your life transform. Action is the bridge between your current reality and the financial future you desire. Let me tell you, relying on a single paycheck is like walking a tightrope without a safety net. One wrong step, one unexpected expense, and you're in trouble. That's no way to build real wealth, my friends. Rich people understand the power of diversification. They don't put all their eggs in one basket. Instead, they create multiple streams of income. Think about it: rental income, dividends from stocks, royalties from a book or a song, business profits. The beauty of multiple income streams is that even if one takes a hit, the others keep the cash flowing. It's about creating financial security and freedom that a single job can never provide. So now you know the 15 habits keeping people broke. Which one are you eliminating first? Drop your answer in the comments below. And remember, if you're serious about growing wealth, sign up through my Robinhood link in the description below to get free stocks just for getting started. Before you go, smash that like button, subscribe to The Alternative Investor, and hit that bell so you never miss a chance to build your fortune. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.